Tip 1, never wear blinkers. Always look at the broader picture. Tip 2, always listen to new ideas. Be cautious with income and expenditure. You must always adopt the view that you are never earning enough money. What sounds the silliest can often be the best idea. 15 years ago, we were struggling to do $1 million in sales a year. We do well in excess of $10 million a year now.
Andrew Falcone is a 7th-generation Italian bread manufacturer based in the town of Wollongong.
So if I'm a young businessman, I come to you and say, how did you do it? What are the 4 or 5 key things that helped you grow to where you are now?
Go to school. It's much easier. Having an extended education will make life much easier.
With no formal business training, every aspect of the business was self-taught, from hands on the factory floor right down to keeping the books. Andrew managed the lot, including the staff.
Staff is the key to all good businesses. It's very important that they be trained correctly and that they are treated as individuals, not numbers on a clock card. Our turnover of staff is less than 2% per annum, so we feel that we must be doing the right thing looking after them because they don't want to go once they come here.
Falcone's is set to continue in fine family tradition, with the next generation well entrenched in the business.
My daughter is involved, she runs the office. My son-in-law is our sales manager. We're all involved because we all love the business itself. We love what we do.
A lot of our meat food, it would be pretty much 90% meat, not the traditional 15% meat that you tend to get from other places.
It looks good. It's homemade appearance. It looks very healthy.
Andrew Falcone has an appreciation of fine food and is more than willing to spend some time in store with Dan and Sharon Henriksen from the Manning Street Deli.
We're pretty happy with the way our deli's running at the moment, and we're looking to expand the deli brand, in particular into a large-scale shopping centre. And knowing what your background is, we were hoping you'd be able to give us some advice.
Oh, it's quite simple, really. Do your research first.
Andrew and his wife ran a delicatessen in a large shopping centre as a sideline to the Falcone wholesale business.
Well, I personally would go to a street deli type environment more so than a shopping centre.
Okay.
Rents are much lower, manning levels would be lower, so you could offer better products. And all in all, at the end of the day, you would end up with a bigger margin because your overheads are not as high.
It's one of the big things for us to look, to be cognizant of when we're negotiating with the centres.
I found the greatest problem was rent, traffic flow, and the manning levels, mainly because shopping centres are not full all day, but you must be manned correctly to accommodate the traffic when it's there.
What about our products? Like if we went in with, say, our products, do you think there'd be any restrictions on us for future products, adding products?
You'd have to be very careful as to what you can and cannot sell. That's very important. And basically, upmarket products will win simply because you're not competing against the supermarkets.
What we find here is that we tend to have a steady amount of people coming through. We attain regular customers all the time, so we can pretty much cater our food and make enough food to support that.
Well, you would find with this type of situation in a shopping centre, you would not have a cafe and a deli combined. I don't think they would allow it. They would treat it as 2 separate identities. So that'd be a first setback. Is
it a cafe or a deli situation do you think would work better in?
I see it more as a cafe at the moment, mainly because your deli stock is low in proportion to your cafe style. I see better than 50% of your store as a cafe.
We would really like to produce home-style cooking food for home meals.
Yes.
Can you still see it sustainable for us to have a shop that has a shop front with also...
Yes, I do. It does work. In my experience, we introduced chicken thigh schnitzels. We'd mound them up this big every day, and they sold every day. But then again, they were chicken thighs, not chicken breasts. They were different. Being different is important because then you create your own market.
When you're looking at negotiating rents, because that's obviously the biggest issue that most of us face, what's your thoughts on using someone like a leasing consultant or someone like that?
Very good. The important thing to bear in mind is that the shopping centre needs you more than you need them. If you adopt that view, you'll get a lot further.
Up next, the business bankers in the business of banking on relationships.